All my beautiful people, hope you guys are having an amazing day today. There's my beautiful cat. In this video, man, what we're basically going to be talking about is basically just being able to get into a flow state while communicating and having the ability to get into that, and how amazing that's going to be, how it's going to allow you to open up, how it's going to allow you to just really let go when you're actually communicating. Now, this is something I've been working together for myself. Now, it's something I finally got into, a little acronym that we have here to be able to get into the flow state while we are speaking. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna chill here together, man. Hope you guys are having an amazing one. I certainly am. So firstly, we're going to start off with the F. Okay, so firstly, what this is actually going to be used for is a lot of the times it's a little bit hard for us to actually be able to let go when we are communicating. And I've had a little hiccups here and there. Now this is a culmination of all those hiccups that have helped me be able to just let go when I am speaking, even using it here. The ability to know all these things are perspectives that you're putting on it, but it's also techniques, but it's also just allowing you to open up your energy and your vibe and knowing that that is the most important thing. So for this, it's kind of like a lot of the times we just like shut down in certain areas. A lot of the times it's just like, okay, we don't think that what we're saying is interesting enough. We don't know if we should focus on this or that, and it's just like this and this thing. We don't, and not even that, it's also the fact that we don't remember to have these things. You can know these things, you can hear them once or twice, but putting it into an acronym like this has allowed me to be able to take it and go and use it over and over. And you know, this one I haven't used too much, but there's other things that I've used acronyms for, and it's so powerful because it just brings it into the moment again. And that's why I wanted to do it with this. So firstly, we're gonna be starting off with the F. And the F is basically being able to have fun. It's going to be revolving around, so basically the whole acronym is flow. And this is all gonna be revolving around being able to just let go and have fun and being able to get into that flow state. So firstly, the F is being able to have fun. And what that basically means is being able to just allow ourselves to remember that the vibe that you have with what you're doing is 80% of the ball game. 80%. 20% is going to be the techniques, you know, being able to know how you can make it a little bit more interesting of a conversation, stuff like that. Those are 20%. This is something I've heard from Julian Blanc. He's very good at what he does, and he says that people make the mistake of focusing too much on the technique side of it and focusing on okay, like you got to do this, you got to do that, you have to have this perfect thing to say, you have to bring it into it. But he says that vibe is 80% of the ball game, and that's what I've realized too. How much easier is it once you get into a vibe that is just like free flowing, having fun, you love people, you love God. Being able to get into that vibe of God is literally going to open you up so much. It's just going to make everything flow so much easier. So remembering that we're trying to get into the fun, self-amusement, which basically means being able to have fun with what you're saying, being able to genuinely just delight in it, that is going to allow you to just open up and actually genuinely be able to have fun, even if the other person isn't responding, not giving you very much validation. This is powerful for that. The second thing that we're going to do is going to be the L, which is basically going to be lowering the bar for what you find interesting to say. So this is powerful, and I learned this from Owen Cook. And what he basically talks about is that a lot of times we have this high damn bar set for how interesting something has to be for us to be able to bring it up. And then once you get into the moment, you can't even bring up anything to that other person. You can't even say anything, can't even do anything. If I'm making these videos, I'm like, oh, I can't make a video about this. It just isn't interesting enough. But it's crazy because he talks about how it doesn't have to be a freaking alien spaceship falling out of the sky for you to actually find something interesting to say. If you start to find delight and joy and love of the life and the day that God has given you, now this is my way of thinking about it. If you can find delight in the simplest things, like me being out here with my cat, me creating this video, me having figured this acronym out today, if I can find delight in that and know that I'm genuinely enjoying that, then I can continue to talk about it. And I can talk about it, not only that, he says a powerful exercise for this is to be able to talk about the most uninteresting thing with amazing tonality. Talk about it. How do you talk about something that is super damn interesting? Remember the tonality, remember how you like speak about it. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, man. This is just so beautiful. Now talk about something that is super uninteresting in that same way. That is lowering the bar, and you can continue to talk about things even if they're not interesting, just knowing that your unique perspective is important, your vibe and energy is valuable, even if it's not something that is the most value-giving thing. You don't have to talk about something that's going to unlock something for somebody all the time, because that's not gonna, then you're gonna block yourself and never be able to get to that. But you can still talk about anything and being able to make it interesting because you're interested in it. All right, so the next one is going to be the O. And what the O is going to be is being able to be open and let go. Simple as that, being able to be open and let go. And what that basically is just telling us to do is to constantly be able to let go in the moment. Just let go. Owen Cook talks about this, and he says that in the moment when he's actually going up to speak, he does like these 5-hour-long speeches. He says that he's constantly telling himself in the back of his mind, let go, let go, let go. Do you understand that? Let go, let go, let go. This is what I started doing with these videos, and it's powerful because it reminds me, okay, you can just let go. You don't have to think so much about it. You can let go, and you can allow yourself to get into that trance and allow your best to come out. And if we can continue to do that, all of a sudden it just becomes something where we realize the more that we're able to practice that, if you want to create videos like this, you could just practice letting go, saying that in the back of your mind and continuing to be in the moment. It becomes powerful because you start doing it better and better, and you start allowing yourself to just release, which allows your best stuff to come out, allow you to have fun. And pair that together with the having fun thing. Amazing, powerful. And the next thing that we're gonna do is going to be the L. The L is basically going to be, not the L, the W. The W is going to be with God. So allowing ourselves to know that we are abiding with God while we are doing all of these things. Which is basically saying that you don't have to have no thoughts. You don't have to have no negative thoughts that are gonna pop up. Letting go doesn't mean that everything's gonna be perfect. Letting go doesn't mean that you have no anxiety, no stress. Letting go means that you continue to move even with that thing. That's abiding in God. Continuing to move with that negative thought. Now, the main thing that is so powerful for me here is remembering George Munford, who's a meditation coach for Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. He said that when he first went to go talk to the Lakers, they had just won 2 championships. He has to go speak in front of them, try to get them motivated. And he starts telling himself, well, in the back of his mind, he starts having the thoughts of, they don't want to hear from you. They don't care about you. Get the freak out of there before they kick you out. And he said he had to allow himself to be able to continue to move even with that thought. And that is being in the eye of the storm. That is abiding in God, being still and know that he is, and knowing that God is God means that we continue to move even when we feel that stuff. So that is abiding with God and moving with God. So you pair all this together. Firstly, you're having fun, remembering that your energy is the most important thing. Secondly, being able to lower the bar for what you're able to say. Thirdly, being able to be open and let go. And then fourthly, abiding with God however it goes, continuing to move, even if you get out of the flow a little bit, even if something happens, even if you start thinking about something, even if you're a little bit negative in that moment, whatever it might be, continuing to move and knowing that that is the best place to get to for you to get into the flow state. And all this stuff is really going to help you, and it's just powerful. And I know it's powerful because it worked so much for me, even in this video, but it also just is going to continue to know the power of it. And I know that the more we continue to use this, the more that we're going to continue to let go and being able to get into that flow state. And it's going to be fun because all this stuff works together. So just remember this. This is the FLOW acronym. Hope you guys are able to put it into use for whatever you're currently doing right now, man. And whatever you want to use it for. Love you guys very much. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Talk to you on the next video. Peace.